This is a great image of a respectable, classy, beautiful woman.
For you to point out this well-dressed sister here to make me feel some type of way about myself becomes a problem.
Let me get you.
Reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Test drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
And you know what? I'm just excited on this single on this Saturday night. Cause you know what? I thought that, it was gonna be boring, but it just turned out to be really fun on a hot summer day.
Well, that's because today we've decided that we're gonna do some intimate conversations, but y'all know it's gonna be confessions. Cause we're gonna talk about the true romance, that love, that celibacy. We get intimate with it a lot of times, but it's always in the context of just the topic. And today, we just gonna put it out there. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Ooh, let's talk about sex. We're right here at Keya Graves Steak and Seafood Restaurant, 10 North 9th Street, and I want you to enjoy the new set. We made an upgrade, so enjoy this single on a Saturday night. It's just for you out there, all right? So I'm going to introduce myself. I am Shelly Williams. I am single, very single, and I don't want to be single anymore. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Go ahead.
I am Michelle Renee, and I am single, aka Freedom, and I'm childless on a Saturday night, every night.
Toshan Jennings. I'm not single. Am I supposed to be?
You're not single.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be.
It's all right.
And,
but where your friends? That's what I want to know. Y'all keep coming. Wait. Where your friends? Bring some friends.
What you mean you're not single? You married?
No.
Then you single.
Then you single.
There are only two statuses around here, baby. Either you single or you married. All that living with somebody, having a girlfriend, that ain't it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but that's a new development. I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
Well, I'm Danielle Patterson, and I'm single, and I'm trying to date, but baby, it don't work out so good.
Wow. Some crazy people here. I love this. I'm Bobby Holiday. Wait a minute, we're going to talk about sex? This isn't about...
We're going to talk about sex, and we're going to talk about your weight loss and how it keep you from getting some sex. We're going to talk about all that.
Okay. I thought this was the woman being trapped in a man's body. Okay.
Well, we might get to that, too. I don't know. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like a man today.
Okay, so not trapped. Okay.
Bobby Holiday. What am I? Yeah, I'm single, not single, single. I don't know yet. So anyway, we'll just leave it at that. Hi, thank you for joining us.
Why are you so scared to say you're single? Why are you so scared?
Because we on tape.
My name is Yana B, and yes, I am single and childless on a Saturday night, every night, like Miss Michelle. Hopefully not for long.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so the rules, just so y'all know, for purposes of our conversations, single, just so your women looking at home, they ain't gonna get mad at you. Single just means you are not married. So I don't want to hear about it's complicated, well, we kind of playing house, we living together, I got a companion, there's a partner, none of that. You either single or you married. Yeah. So I like to say I am Danielle, never said I do, because I don't Patterson. And we are live with our intimate conversation.
That's right. Yes, we are live with our intimate conversation. Because I do though, I'm not saying that. I do. You.
Well, Shelly, you say you do, but you don't. So let's get to the first topic here. We're going to talk about that thing they call celibacy. See, we get a little hot and bothered with this one right here because in our group, there are a lot of folks that like to say they celibate. That's not me. It's some other folks. I just want to put that on camera. Don't get it twisted, okay? But maybe I'm abstinent, but you can't be abstinent unless you actually got something to abstain from and somebody who you abstaining from, right? So apparently, I'm just looking for a partner. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But Miss Williams right here, we got a couple on the panel that tell me they celibate, and we're going to start with Miss Michelle Renee. All this loveliness, y'all ain't getting none.
Okay, Michelle Renee. Okay, thanks, Danielle, for putting me out there like that. I am Michelle Renee, and I am celibate. It can get hard. you know.
Well, what do you mean when you say you celibate?
I'm not dating. I don't. I'm not, you know, giving anyone any head or, you know, oral sex or anything like that. You know, I'm all the way celibate. You know, I have been for, you know, I'm being honest. You know, now I've been celibate for 6 months now. I can't.
Only 6
No. Let me share my story, okay?
It's because, you know, because what had happened?
Right. Well, me and Danielle talked about this, you know, so she knows I'm talking about the story. But you know, it was 6 months. Before the 6 months, it happened, you know, that one time. Before that, it was 4 years. So I'm back to it. It's like it didn't even happen. So
You just forgot all about that?
I forgot.
It fell in, it fell out, and you forgot.
You know?
Okay.
So I'm just back to, you know, to getting carpal tunnel. And
in 4 years.
in 4 years, yes. And, you know,
Applause, people applause, okay.
Now, can I ask you?
this arm is very strong, just to let you, you know, for you guys to know.
Well, okay, but see, now wait a minute though. There's the thing. Now, see, this is the thing when we get to the celibacy thing, is that, does that really count? See, we got all these definitions here, but we never defined that. So you said you got a very strong arm.
Right.
So are you celibate from other people, or are you celibate from yourself?
Okay, I'm celibate from other people, but I don't, you know, the last show we had, they was talking about sex toys and all that, and, you know, my friends told me, you should get a toy, and I was like, no, I can't imagine myself, you know, laying in bed with a toy, you know, by myself, you know, I really feel like a freak then, you know, like, I don't know, I don't want to do
You feel like a freak, like a sexy freak, or like a freak like abnormal?
Like, am I in here doing it to myself? You know, that's weird.
Yeah, you would be.
You know, so,
Thank you for clarifying, Darby. We appreciate that.
You would be.
yeah, but, you know, I don't want to go buy no toy and, you know, please myself that way.
So what do you mean by your arm is strong? I didn't understand.
That means that she masturbates. Okay, yeah, Shelly. I know. I'ma just say no. This lady right here, no. This lady right here, no. Miss Shelly Williams. Miss Shelly Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, because she and I disagree on whether or not she's celibate. We disagree on this here thing. So you tell us how you celibate, Shelly.
What? Well,
It's time for the truth. We said it was gonna be an intimate conversation.
I love Jesus, for real. I'm sorry. But so the truth has to set me free. All right.
Well, tell them don't watch this episode.
Jesus.
Talk about the past.
Don't pass me. But anyway, I am celibate, but my story is similar to Michelle's. I was in a relationship. I was engaged. I did not have sex, but.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. So, did you get your Monica Lewinsky on? Let's just ask.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so then you weren't celibate.
But at the time, honestly, at the time, I was thinking, well, I'm engaged and it's okay. And
you was rationalizing it.
I did. I rationalized all in my head. It was all up in here.
Okay, well, let me just tell you.
I'm going to please my man so he doesn't leave. But there's more to the story. So then when I went to marriage counseling, they made me so convicted that I stopped everything. And that's why the man is going now. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
He said if we would have had sex, he probably would have stayed. However, it was 2 years, and the first year I was making him happy. The second year, I just got convicted and just was like, you can't have nothing. I wouldn't touch him. I wouldn't hug him. Yeah. We went on vacations. He had to sleep in one bed. I slept in another. Because they made me feel bad. They made me feel like I was going to hell if I touched him. No, they did. It was like, we can't counsel you if y'all in the same bed. We can't counsel you if you're doing this. We can't counsel.
Well, isn't that counseling? Isn't that what counseling's supposed to be about? Trying to help you out the situation?
Yeah, they helped me right out that situation.
Yeah. And how'd you feel about it afterwards? On the real. How do you feel about it today?
And if I had to tell the truth right afterwards, I got with somebody and I had sex. That's what I did.
Oh,
and that's the truth. I didn't tell nobody, but yes, that's
I have to ask, can you all be celibate in relationships?
And that is the real question. You know, we talk about it, we celibate. But are you really dating? Do you really have somebody? Or are you just out here by yourself? It's real easy to be celibate and abstain when you abstaining from nothing. What you abstaining from? If you don't have no temptation, then what are you being celibate with? If you're not going on a date, if you don't have that significant other, you're not trying to live your life, then how celibate were you really?
But can't you just say that, like when you enter in a relationship, you meet somebody, I'm trying not to have sex. I'm saying I'm celibate. My goal is to not have sex, but if it look good, eventually maybe Monday, but I'm saying
Do you tell the man that?
Yeah, I do say that.
Well, then that's not good either.
What's wrong with that?
listen, now with my experiences with me telling guys that I am celibate, they'll try to wait it out, 3
Oh, no,
5
baby.
months.
I'm going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you. I learned this one. I actually asked somebody. I asked someone, no, they don't try to break you. They celibate with you.
Right.
They having sex with somebody else.
Exactly, yeah.
Just so you know.
They're not telling me that they're celibate. I'm telling them that I am. So they'll try to say, like, we'll see how long this is going to last.
But do you think that they're having sex while you're telling them?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm actually telling them I know that they had sex after they dropped me off after the date, and then once they seen that I was really serious, not giving it up, I just haven't heard from them. And they'll even call me a year later, like, so,
you still working that thing out?
Celibacy thing going.
Well, I have guys right now, I feel like they're in competition to see who's going to get me first. Like, I really feel like that. I feel violated in some
Well, maybe,
way.
you know what? Y'all remember being virgins?
My wishes and...
Do you remember being virgins?
I know. You got to think back.
Can I ask you a question, Michelle? Why are you celibate? I think that's one of the questions that hasn't been asked yet.
Oh, wait. We gonna go. We ready for the break, or yeah, we gotta go to the break. When we
That's the question that's hanging in the air.
Why?
The word celibate is just giving me a headache.
Oh, all right. We're gonna go to the break. This is Keya
We'll be right back.
Keya Graves Steak and Seafood Restaurant. Shout out to DJ Romy Rome, 88.1 every Tuesday. So check him out, and don't forget, just come on back. We want to see you after the break.
Do you want to advertise your product or your service or your event right here in between the hottest show in America? Give us a call at 215-843-1984. Give us a call. If everything's a go, we'll have your commercial advertised on the next show. This program is brought to you by Keya Graves Seafood and Steak Restaurant, located at 10 North 9th Street in Darby, Pennsylvania, right off of Main Street. We have Sunday brunch on Sundays at 10 a.m. We have a delicious seafood and steak menu, and host your next event, wedding reception, or party at Keya Graves Seafood and Steak Restaurant, located at 10 North 9th Street in Darby, Pennsylvania, right off of Main Street. Special thanks to Q's Hair Boutique, located at 5815 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA. Q's Hair Boutique is a full-service salon providing the star treatment for any occasion. Please don't look any further for your next hair appointment. Call Q's Hair Boutique. That's 215-668-9800. In true celebrity fashion, Austin Photography snapped beautiful candidates of all the single on the Saturday Night Group. Austin Fine Photography is located at 4221 Main Street. If you would like to feel like a star, please call Austin Fine Photography at 267-297-7895. This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. This is Pastor Michael Heath, Senior Pastor and founder of Living Waters Ministries, with your 1 minute of inspiration. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be in a fulfilling relationship. When you turn on TMZ or pick up the tabloid newspapers, you see that whether you're a billionaire making millions of dollars for every single movie, or whether you're just struggling trying to make it, everybody wants to be loved. Well, the truth of the matter is, the Bible tells us that God is love, and that unless we know God, we really don't have the capacity or the capability to not only love others, but to be loved ourselves. So won't you come and experience the life-changing, mind-altering love of God? Join us every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. in the main sanctuary of the Collindale First Church of the Nazarene, 212 McDade Boulevard, Collindale, Pennsylvania. Come to Living Waters. The word will change your life, and let the wave overtake you.
Welcome back. This is Single on a Saturday Night here at Keya Graves Seafood and Steak Restaurant in Darby, PA. And you know what? We've been having an intimate conversation. I've learned more about Shelly than I might have wanted to know, but I don't know. It led us to the ultimate question: why would you want to be celibate? Apparently in a relationship. I think that's the question. So I don't know. I'm gonna start with Shelly. I love Jesus Williams.
I do. I want to be celibate because I know God says in the Bible, it says you're not supposed to have sex before marriage. And I want to honor God with that commitment. And not saying that we're all sinners and we all fall short, but I really am trying. It's not really like I'm not faking it. I'm really trying. If any person that's going to be with somebody in a relationship and I love them. So, and I'm still like, I love God more. And that was me committing to God. Like, I love God more than I love you. So if you walk out today or tomorrow, I still got God. But, so I do it because I want to honor God in that. But I'm not perfect. That's all I'm saying. I'm not perfect.
Michelle?
Well, I choose to be celibate. You know, same reason as Shelly, God, you know, I want to give him something back, you know, because like she said, we all are sinners, we all fall short. So I feel as though me preserving my body for the right man instead of abusing it and using it and giving it to every man before I get to the man that's supposed to be my king, you know, I just want to preserve it for him. As well as, you know, my job, I see what goes on with the men, they're married, they're sleeping around, I don't want to catch anything. You know, I'm serious. I don't want to catch anything. I haven't my whole life, and I just, you know, I'm a very preserving person. And the things that I do like to do sexually, I can't do with everybody. You know, I can't just have a one-night stand and say, hey, let me, you know, do this to you. You know, no, it has to be with someone that I really like because I'm a very intimate person, and I have to really like you to do things that I like.
Hold your mouth shut. Wait a minute.
You done took me in a whole a different direction because you just said that I have to like someone a lot before you have sex with them. Well, some people are a little more difficult to get along with others, back to what she said. Well, what if some people are a little more friendly and they have the ability to like a lot of people? So if you like the person, if you love the person, if you're into the person, then is it okay to go ahead and do it? Like, I'm not just doing it because it's Friday 2 o'clock and I'm bored, you know, or this is just the last person that called me. This is someone I like. We've built an emotional commitment. There's a financial commitment. We like each other.
Well, you know what though? I mean, to hinge on that, we're seeming to forget two facets. Number one, anybody in here don't want to get married. Because, I mean, it's just, it turned into, it's the ultimate. There you go. I mean, I see your hand, Katrina. There you go. I see Miss. But okay, I see. So then the question becomes, so are you now supposed to, you on the fence? So are we supposed to now not be sexual beings because we don't want to get married? Or does then it make it that you can have sex with whoever you want because you are not holding on to it for marriage? That's a question. But just to give you, Michelle, I'm going to tell you what I was taught, okay? So my daddy told me, this was the sex talk we had. Yeah, that's right, I had my sex talk with my daddy, okay? And he told me, he said, baby, when you start out, you got 100%. And you don't, just like anything else, when you take your test, you can either get 100, you can get 97, but you can never get that 100 back again. Ain't no extra credit in life. So your celibacy doesn't take you back to 100%. You still at whatever percentage you are at. And every single man that you decide that you're going to lay down with takes away some of your 100%.
That's right.
So that cookie getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And so when you decide whether or not you want to share your cookies, and just because of the nature of sex, every time you have sex with a man, he literally takes something away from you and gives you something. And do you want every man that you decide that you want to lay down with, do you want him to be walking around knowing that much about Danielle Patterson? And so as a result, Danielle Patterson is very choosy and very choosy and has had very limited number of partners. And there have been always in love. There was never a one-night stand. There was never some casual sex. It was never, oh, I'm just feeling it. Let's just do the damn thing. There was never any of that. I wanted to, but when I looked at him, it's like, you know what? You really ain't good enough for all this right here when it came down to it. And I think that there are too many women, especially, who don't value themselves that way. I'm not saying don't have sex. I'm saying make a real choice when you do.
Where they at?
Listen, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Toshan.
Toshan, I'm sorry, baby.
That's okay. I think it's important that you have a significant relationship, but how does a man take something away from a woman because I feel like if I have a significant relationship, each one adds on to me. And I don't think that's just because I'm a man. So that, to say the opposite, if you're dealing with the right men, then each one of those times should add on. Well,
I would say that they add on to experiences, and when I say, again, these are the lessons from my daddy. So I don't care what you say, it's the lessons from my daddy. So, because I still like, you know, the potato salad got to be organized a certain way, because that's the way daddy said do it. Not because I know why, okay? But So what my daddy said, I do. But my understanding of it is the way that sex works, and especially when you're talking about the commitment with the woman, and we're going to get to that in our intimate conversation, is that women view sexuality different. We view sex different. We really do. So the result here is that I can't. There's that emotional connection, even if you don't intend it to be. I have had so many girlfriends. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just knock that off. He gonna be. Then 3 days later, I can't believe he didn't call me. Well, you said you were just knocking it off because of the way that women bond with men when they have sex. In general, I'm not talking about all of them, because there's a couple that's willing to, that's down for whatever, whenever. But they're rare. Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
But then even personal, somebody's entering inside of me.
Oh, and entering inside of me. You are inside of me, and that's what I was getting to. That's
So
the
you're
way that
taking
sex
a part
works.
of our body. You're taking a part of our soul or mind or sensuality. You understand? So and that's how I feel. Right.
Wait, so let's talk to Pastor. Wait a
minute, Bobby got something to say. Oh, he actually done chimed up and checked his microphone to make sure it's working.
As far as giving my body away to you, and I have to be picky about that. Who I give my body to,
The man isn't doing the same thing.
Exactly, the man is. So he has to be. I feel as though he should be on the same.
No. So a man is making a deposit. A woman is accepting it. By definition, a woman is taking more away with that than something. Because you know what? Because we only got a little bit. You can make some until you die. Just saying. You can make some until you die.
Oh, are we talking about sex to have babies? Or sex?
No, not just sex to have babies. Because when you, I'm sorry.
What it sounds like, are we talking about meaningful sex then? Sex where it means something before you do it, after you do it, while
Are you talking about for men or women?
Both.
No, because the point I think that I was trying to make is that typically for women, even when we think it doesn't mean something, it does. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying you may go into it with, I'm just going to hit that off, but really, that's just not the way a woman is made up.
In general, it's really not. In general, it's really not.
Everything gets away.
And one of the things too, I mean, several different things. First of all, this is a judgment-free zone. So whichever side of the spectrum you're on, there has to be a level of acceptance. If people want to be celibate, there has to be acceptance of that. Just as if people want to have casual sex, there has to be acceptance of that. That's one of the natures of this show. One of the other things is physically, in the act of intercourse, everything that the man does goes into the woman. That's just one of the differences. So women do take something away. And then spiritually, irregardless of your faith, there are soul connections that happen. Anytime you go around somebody you've ever been intimate with, there is a connection. It can be at a high school reunion, but there's still that, you feel that connection. Those are called soul ties. Those are the things that happen. Those are the connections that are made. And the more of those that you have, the harder it is once you ultimately meet that person and make the commitment of marriage. And I think to Danielle's point, it's true. There has to be a value. It amazes me that I know people that are more particular about who drives their car than they are about who they lay down with. They're more particular about who they give money to than who they lay down with. And so the reality is there has to be a value placed on it and placed on, because that's really the one thing that we have. And one of the things I teach my daughters is you have to place such a value on yourself that a car, that a money, the hairdo, then none of that stuff is worth what you have. That there has to be, and I know we're going to talk about it later with the intimate conversations, I'll hold some stuff, but there has to be that self-worth of, I'm worth more than just a casual. I'm worth more than just you being able to go and say, yo, brothers, I got that. I knocked that off. I hit that. That's mine. And all of those things. There has to be that value that we see in ourselves.
And that's what I refuse to be. Someone that just got knocked off, I refuse to be that female that just got knocked off, So I'm very picky. And back to Nikki's question, as far as me liking them, as it might happen, it could happen, I would like to wait till marriage. If I find that one person that I like and we start building and growing together and then a sexual act happens, then that's something that'll just happen, not planned, But I haven't found that person yet. I haven't found, that person that even deserves me.
So then is the real question, is it that you're celibate or is it that you're waiting for the right one? Is it that you don't want to have sex and you do not want to express your sexuality, or is it that I don't want to express my sexuality until it becomes that there's that significant person I want to express it with? And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that as soon as we come back here at Keya Graves Seafood and Steak Restaurant in Darby, PA. And we're still single on Saturday night.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. This is Pastor Michael Heath, Senior Pastor and Founder of Living Waters Ministries with your 1 minute of inspiration. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be in a fulfilling relationship. When you turn on TMZ or pick up the tabloid newspapers, you see that whether you're a billionaire making millions of dollars for every single movie or whether you're just struggling trying to make it, everybody wants to be loved. Well, the truth of the matter is the Bible tells us that God is love, and that unless we know God, we really don't have the capacity or the capability to not only love others, but to be loved ourselves. So won't you come and experience the life-changing, mind-altering love of God? Join us every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. in the main sanctuary of the Collindale First Church of the Nazarene, 212 McDade Boulevard, Collindale, Pennsylvania. Come to Living Waters. The word will change your life, and let the wave overtake you.
Do you want to advertise your product or your service or your event right here in between the hottest show in America? Give us a call at 215-843-1984. Give us a call. If everything's a go, we'll have your commercial advertised on the next show. This program is brought to you by Keya Graves Seafood and Steak Restaurant, located at 10 North 9th Street in Darby, Pennsylvania, right off of Main Street. We have Sunday brunch on Sundays at 10 a.m. We have a delicious seafood and steak menu, and host your next event, wedding reception, or party at Keya Graves Seafood and Steak Restaurant, located at 10 North 9th Street in Darby, Pennsylvania, right off of Main Street. Special thanks to Q's Hair Boutique, located at 5815 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA. Q's Hair Boutique is a full-service salon providing the star treatment for any occasion. Please don't look any further for your next hair appointment. Call Q's Hair Boutique. That's 215-668-9800. In true celebrity fashion, Austin Photography snapped beautiful candidates of all the single on the Saturday Night group. Austin Fine Photography is located at 4221 Main Street. If you would like to feel like a star, please call Austin Fine Photography at 267-297-7895. This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Single on a Saturday night. So yeah, we are back single on a Saturday night right here at Keya Graves Steak and Seafood Restaurant, 10 North 9th Street, Darby, PA. Shout out to the sound guy. This is DJ Romy Rome, 88.1 every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I was on there this week. You have to tune in. It's a really great show. But you know, the conversation is even hotter. So
yes, it is. So so we're back to that question. Is it that we want to be celibate or abstain, or is it that we really just want to find that real significant other?
You know what? When I was in a relationship, I was really trying to abstain. I was really trying to be celibate. But after that experience, and I'm, maybe I consult with the pastor, but after that experience, in my head is I'm celibate until I know that's the one. But if it happens, it happens. I know that's not the way. God is supposed. We're supposed to not think like that. But I've been through it. 2 years of that. No, this time, if it's real, if he's really the one, and I love him, we love each other.
He gonna get it.
I can't. Yeah.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get it.
He gonna get all of it. All of this right here.
He gonna get all of this. Yes, I feel the same way Shelly does. If that right significant other comes along, then I can't say what's going to happen.
So I have a question. What is the point where you, how long does it have to be, when you know that it's the right person, or because what if you think it's the right person, y'all walking down the aisle and then he decides, never mind, I don't want to marry you for whatever reason. Okay. How do you decide when to go, let it go there?
Well, I just want to interrupt because I just want to make a clarification. So again, is the question so in your question, is marriage the be all end all? In your question, is it?
Yes, okay. I would like it to be.
Okay,
I'm with them too.
Fine.
I agree with them.
That's fine. I just want to know in your scenario, it's about marriage. Right. Okay, so I just
so you give in. This is the one, right? Right. And you're maybe 3 weeks before your wedding. You've done it already because y'all got into a moment, nothing planned. Y'all was somewhere, whatever, it happened, and now, for whatever reason, he decides, you know what, I can't do this.
That's his loss. That's what his loss.
Do you feel like you've wasted or do you just move on to the
If
next?
it was good, it sure enough wasn't wasted.
Well, maybe the sex was the point. Maybe they needed to have sex to know that it wasn't compatible.
Right.
Because I don't know. Y'all ever think, and this is my issue, this is why I can't be celibate. So you're sitting around, Shelly, for them 2 years, or I'm gonna say a year, because you wasn't celibate the first year. Because I'm gonna tell you, according to the Bill Clinton impeachment process, you were not celibate. Okay, that changed in 1994. In 1994, they went back on that one.
I still say I did not have sex with that woman.
I did not have sex with that man.
Okay, but in the year when you were satisfying him, so we're looking at the second year. I'm gonna only say you were celibate for a year inside of that relationship.
Okay.
So you looking at that. You ain't want to try it before you buy it.
If I could be 100% honest, I mean, he does watch the show, but once I
might not anymore.
Something, once I saw what the package was, I had prayed and said, God, this is not what I asked you for.
Wow.
And I said, God,
not the prayer.
You said that I can have the desires of my heart. And this is the man you say I gotta marry, I'm gonna marry him. But when I looked at it,
you was
I had to
disappointed.
pray.
Yeah.
And I said,
he fell a little bit short.
I'm okay with waiting, is what I thought.
Well, did you think that maybe he was okay with waiting because he knew already that he fell a little bit short?
Possibly.
Were you praying that it grows? Or were you praying Were you praying that it grows, or were you praying,
I was just
for
praying
another
that
man?
it was. No, I was just praying that it would satisfy me once we got married. I was praying. I was praying that the love once we got married.
But weren't you in love already? Wasn't that why you was Monica Lewinsky in him?
Well, I was praying that once you get to the marriage and you all in love, that it was going to be enough. That it's just enough.
If it ain't enough when you get started, it ain't gonna be enough later on.
It's not. It will be when you marry.
But you can grow and you can learn each other. Sometimes you gotta teach.
It can't grow. That's the problem.
No,
we got somebody right here on the first row. They got a question.
It's funny that the topic is about celibacy today. I've been pondering the thought of becoming celibate. I'm only 22. I've been with the same person dating since I was 15, only having sex with him. But now it's like we have a child together, we live together, I still don't have a ring. And it's like,
well, that's called the end of the relationship. That's not called holding out, baby. Because you know what? He done had all your cookies, okay? It ain't nothing left but some crumbs. It ain't nothing new and exciting over there. And if he didn't decide that, this is my Wendy Williams voice. If he didn't decide that he was going to put his ring on it and all this time, then he ain't going to decide to. Because sex, I know you're only 22, but let me tell you something I learned because I'm old.
Consider the fact that we're young. He said that we're, we haven't finished school yet. I'm in school pre-med.
But y'all got a baby. But you got a baby. You basically are living as man and wife, and he just is not wifing you.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, this has gotten so deep. The service staff, she didn't come up and put her hand up. Let's put our hand together because she satisfies us in different ways every single day.
I just basically wanted to say, you're just playing house. You know what I mean? If you've been with him since you was 15 and now you're 22 and y'all have a child, how old is your child? 2. Okay, yeah, he should have been gave you a ring. He should have at least gave you a promise ring to ensure you, like, honey, I'm not going anywhere. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like, I want this to work as a home, as a unit.
And the other thing is, at this point in the relationship, it's been 7 years. Don't you think that you really love him and you put it out there that you want this ring? And you put it out there that you want this ring? Did you put it out there that did you tell him? Did you communicate it?
Not really. I'm really.
No. The question: did you communicate your desire to have the ring?
Can I give a man's point?
It's not. They count on that. He's counting on you not wanting to pressure him.
Give a man's point of view.
Yeah,
I think it's important to at least have the conversation if that's what you want.
I mean, I don't think that's good advice. I don't.
To communicate it?
No. The communication and all. If you're 22 years old, it's okay, 7 years. But you two were children when you got together. So I would say that it's wise to give yourself time. If you know you're not going anywhere, and you never know all the way what somebody else is going to do. So that's why we have trust and faith in these other things. So I mean, if you're going to be with him, I wouldn't put the weight of your relationship on a ring. To me, that's problematic.
I don't agree.
Now, I'm not saying that if he's running. I mean, if if he's acting in a way, if he's taking out the trash and helping you cook and doing all those things, to me, that's the important part. So you can be with somebody for 80, 90 years, and y'all never stand in front of somebody else that's giving you a piece of paper. And if that's your man and you his woman, then that's what it is. And that's really what marriage is supposed to be about anyway.